Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Cooking with Mitisha. In today's recipe I'm going to show you how to make basil pesto, which is absolutely delicious. So let me show you the quick way of making pesto today. Alright, so first to make this pesto we will need basil. Now before I show you all the ingredients, I just want to show you that this is the basil I'm using. So it's, of course, you can see it's not very fresh basil, but if you can find a fresh basil, just use that. And I was honestly speaking, I couldn't find even a basil plant that I needed for myself in my local stores around here. I looked almost 5 stores and they were all out of basil plant, so I ended up buying this just because of the video purpose. But again, if you can find fresh basil, use that. So this one I'm using, and I'm going to list all the ingredients and measurement in the description box as well. So if you miss anything here, you can find it in the description box. So for basil, I'm using 1 cup of basil. This is lightly packed 1 cup of basil. That's if you get one of this pack. I got this from Walmart. So if you get one of this pack, that's how much you will have, about 1 cup of basil. Alright, so next to basil we have salt. I'm going to add salt to taste. Here I have lemon. I will add about a teaspoon or half teaspoon of lemon. You can adjust that according to your taste. Then here I have 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, 3 tablespoons of pine nuts. If you don't have, you can use walnuts instead of pine nuts. And then here I have 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1/4 cup of olive oil here, and then small clove of garlic. And that's all we need. So let's get started making this pesto. So first I'm going to lightly roast my pine nuts. Now as you can see, they're nicely roasted. I'm gonna let this cool down. Okay, so into this our food processor. First I'm going to add pine nuts and small clove of garlic. And then first I'm going to process these 2 ingredients only. And the food processor I'm using is my Ninja. I will leave a link in the description box as well if you want to purchase it. Let's take a look. That's done. And now into this, I will add basil. Into that I will squeeze a little bit of lemon juice, about half teaspoon. And add a little bit of salt. Add salt to taste, and add very little salt because we are using Parmigiano cheese, which is salty as well. Going to add half amount of olive oil. Okay, blend this. Now you can see this. I will add a little bit of more olive oil. If you like very smooth pesto, then you can use blender instead of food processor. And now as you can see, it's blended very nice. And now what I'm going to add is my last little bit of olive oil. And we'll add this Parmigiano cheese. I'm adding this at very last because we don't need to grind the cheese. We are just going to mix it up. Now let's take a look. Beautiful green pesto is ready. And one more tip guys, here when you use olive oil, just use regular olive oil. Like, you know, some olive oils are very extra virgin olive oil, are really strong, some bitter taste to it. So just use the regular olive oil. Now I will talk about how to store this. You can store this pesto any airtight container. It will stay good and fresh in your refrigerator about 7 to 10 days. Now, if you're planning to store this pesto in your refrigerator more than 5 days, so I would recommend to pour a little olive oil on top so it can make a layer on top and it will not oxidize. And it will stay fresh and green because it will block all the air is getting into a pesto. And you can freeze this. Once you freeze it, it's gonna last even longer. And the measurement I give you for this video today, it makes about this much of pesto, and which is good enough for 2 people. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this recipe video, and if you did, like, subscribe and share this video with your friends and family. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.